Voters encouraged to complete 2023 post-election survey. Issues at POCKWOOD Pond given priority, and the H. Lively Stout Community College hosts successful Stingray Showcase 2023.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on popular.
Today, I am doing coral treatments with Beyond the Reef. Today, we are doing shark research. So today, we are doing whale research with Beyond the Reef. And wherever I go, I take CCT with me because my life is unlimited.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Friday, May 5th, 2023. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Thank you so much for joining us, and a happy Friday is wished to each and every one of you. Members of the public have been invited to share their feedback on the execution of the 2023 general elections by participating in a survey exercise being undertaken by the Office of the Supervisor of Elections. Supervisor of Elections, Ms. Sherry N. Griffin, said, and I quote, "The purpose of this survey is to gather information about each individual's unique experience voting in the 2023 general elections. We hope that this information can be used to guide the way in which elections can and should be conducted, after highlighting what worked well and what areas may need improvement." This, as the Office of the Supervisor of Elections continues to act on its commitment to providing with integrity the administrative conduct of a free and fair election in the Virgin Islands, and to impact efficient, reliable, and courteous service to the general public. A release on the exercise detailed the survey as a 13-question activity in which responders will remain completely anonymous. Topics include, but are not limited to, the accessibility and efficiency of polling stations, the effectiveness of ballots and electronic machines, and the overall voting experience. Members of the public have until May 15th to participate in the survey. To participate, visit the 2023 Election Post-Election Survey tab on the Government of the Virgin Islands website. Continuing on the local scene, the Department of Facilities Management recently held a rebranding ceremony aimed at enlightening the wider public to the changes which have taken place in the department over the years. Director for Facilities Management, Ariel Donovan, opened the ceremony and explained why this was a necessary move.
Some may ask, why a rebranding ceremony? The Facilities Management Unit was officially upgraded to a department on January 1st of 2023. However, to date, we still receive mails from ministries and departments addressing the Facilities Management Unit and the Facilities Manager. This event will enlighten the wider public and our internal customers of the changes that have occurred within the department over the years.
Donovan went on to provide some insight into how the department has transformed and expanded over the time.
The Facilities Management Unit was established in 1994 for the sole purpose of managing the upkeep and security at the Central Administration Complex, now renamed the Ralph T. O'Neill Administration Complex. Over the years, the role of the unit evolved, and with the passage of Hurricane Irma and Maria and the relocation of all ministries and departments out of the Central Administration Complex, due to the building being severely damaged, the role of the department of the unit expanded tremendously. The department now not only have one building to maintain and secure, but now secure and maintain various facilities. In 2018, the department, in an effort to be more efficient and effective A cabinet decision was taken to upgrade the unit to a department and to further expand the responsibilities to maintain most government-owned and leased properties. Because of this additional responsibility, the security and the maintenance unit from the Department of Agriculture was transferred to the Facilities Management Unit, thanks to P.S. Berkeley, who was then the PS at the Ministry of Natural Resources, who make this happen, make it a reality. Since this decision was taken, a number of additional responsibilities were added, such as the vehicle fleet management, or courier and chauffeur service, and the city park and ride shuttle service.
Deputy Governor David D. Archer Jr. also spoke at the ceremony and provided words of inspiration to the attendees, urging them to find fulfillment in and out of their workplace.
Before we can speak about what you do within the public service, before we can speak about where you are within your careers, before we can speak about how you not just take a department and repurpose its name and make it better, we have to speak about ourselves. How many Petes do we have in the room who are actually living your life passion? You wake up every single day and you're happy and you're content. Don't answer. But the reality is, if we're lucky, we might have 4 persons in this room that's currently living in their greatest space of their life in their particular jobs. So that's why my conversation is not about your work. Forgive me. It's really about you. Whether or not you are zoning in your passion. Whether or not if you love to fish, you fish every day. Whether or not if you love to bake, you're baking every day. Whether or not if you love your grandchildren or your own children, you spend enough time with them. Because life is precious and life is timely.
Viewers, up next, we have more local news. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
There goes my new car. Guess I'm back on my bike.
Your bike? CG offers new car replacement. Remember my monster truck days? Well, one night I attempted a 50-foot pogo double backflip. I landed it and went to karaoke. It wasn't until afterward that my car got hit by that fisherman. He gave me some great mahi-mahi though. Anyway, they paid fast and got me in a new car. Now call a cab. I want you to meet my alpaca guy.
New car replacement for the first year of ownership. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. My name is Kamal Haynes. Most of you know me from 284 News, but now you get to see me in a different light on my very own show called Health is Wealth. We have Joel Turnbull.
I don't want you to arch your back when you're pulling down.
Milton McLean.
First of all, right, your footwork.
Stephen Payne.
That was a 9 out of 10. I know you got the service down pat.
Steve Augustine.
You did a pretty hard workout today, so perhaps...
And as you can see, it's actually
you're feeling it.
Alonzo Boynes.
Taekwondo.
Adam Murrows.
I'll speak as if you're an absolute beginner.
I am an absolute beginner.
You are an absolute beginner.
And Seth Graham.
It bites. It will bite.
Get your water, get your fruits and veggies, and experience a wealth of knowledge about getting healthy.
Rashford made it. Manchester United have come from behind to lead.
At home or on the go, watch CCT Live. Download our app and carry your favorite TV shows, news, or live sports anywhere you go. Visit cctbvi.com/live, select your package, and tune in.
Looks like Johnny's ex-girlfriend finally found my car.
You've got CG. You're fine. I'll never forget the year those monkeys stole my car. They drove it over a cliff, burned the seats, and carved the words pineapple banana smoothie into all the doors. And that was after they used it for the bank heist. I don't blame them. It's their favorite smoothie, and I refuse to share the recipe.
No deductible for theft, malicious damage, and more. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Continuing on the local scene, the H. Laverty Stout Community College successfully held its 2023 Stingray Showcase 2023. I was on the ground. Take a look at this report. The HLSCC Style Community College is today showcasing their Stingray collection, where senior students get to display the work they have completed after much hard, long work. Of course, you can see next to me is a beautiful display of a wedding cake, and the students are really doing an amazing job. Let's go take a look at some other work.
All right, so my name is Janalia George. The concept of my cake is very simple. The theme is frozen in time. I actually chose this theme because it's one of the best time of the year, or if not the best, the prettiest time of the year. It's an affordable cake for a couple on a tight budget, you know. It took me about 3 weeks approximately to actually put the cake together, order my stuff, and what's not. The flavor of the bottom layer is actually a coconut, almond, vanilla infusion. The top is very simple, red velvet. So that's about it, you know, very simple, very elegant.
Okay, my name is Kewanki Sasami. This is my cake. Its name is Midas Touch. The inspiration for this cake was the Greek god Midas. Anything he touches turns to gold. And I see love as like gold. It is unbreakable. So if the love is strong, it will be unbreakable. The flavor for this cake is a lavender cake with a honey buttercream. The cake, I must say, gave me a little stress, especially with the fondant walk, since it was my first time. So that gave me a little stress, and I came in with a little difficulties when it came to my decoration, mainly because the set I had before went missing. So I had to somehow come up with a few before in a couple of days.
I'm Mikalia Wheatley, and this is my wedding cake presentation. It's entitled 3 Shades of Love, Yours, Mine's, and Ours, inspired by the 1960s hit movie, Yours, Mine's, and Ours. It was actually based on a true story. Frank and Helen, Frank at the time had 10 kids, Helen at the time had 8 kids, and then when they got married, they had 2 more kids. So it's kind of like the Brady Bunch type of stuff. Green is my favorite color, hence why I use it, and I wanted to verify that with 3 different shades of green and the hint of gold. Green actually means new birth, new life, fertility in some instances, and elegance. So I wanted to definitely do a textured piece at the bottom, a painted piece in the middle, and then a real life, as you can life feel piece on the top.
I am Kanya Matthew with the culinary theme of baking and pastry making. I have a cake, well, my couple chose this masquerading cake to give back to our slaveries, our Caribs, the Arawak and Amerindian, for going through what they've gone through back in the days. Their hard sweat, pain and suffering. So therefore they choose to give back by celebrating our slavery days in emancipation. June, July, August and April, they celebrate their love behind of a mask. My white stands out because it's always an elegant way that a woman carries for her dress, such as the diamonds and the gold. The gold help bring out a wedding in a most elegant way. The red and diamonds, marbles and gems helps bring out the costumes and the gems and the entire look of it. The red helps it bring out that carnival flavor. The mask as well. The mask helps carnival sit on its throne. My feathers give the headpiece of a mask itself by its finishing look. My entire cake is created with fondant, and the flavors are vanilla, chocolate, and a little bit of pistachio. And there you have it, Mr. and Mrs. Masquerade. Let's rejuvenate.
My name is Kyla Samon, and this cake is called a winter fantasy. Why it's called a winter fantasy is because most likely you wouldn't see much winter cakes in the Caribbean, and I did not take away the fact that we're in the Caribbean. The flavor of the cake is a rum cake, so even though it's a winter cake and it's not really Caribbean based, you will still get a taste of the Caribbean. And another thing too to point out, you could see that it's gold and not silver, and that's one thing about the winter. But it's a fantasy, and it's my fantasy, and it has everything that I like about it, winter, in the cake.
My name is Jonelle Vanterpool, and this is my final showcase piece for the Baking Professional Certificate Program at HLSCC. The theme of my piece is infinity, in this love forever. You can see I've paid homage to the infinity symbol because love is forever. But the overall inspiration for my cake was a sunset in Santorini, Greece. I took a trip for my birthday last year, and the sunset included all these colors, the blues, the white, the rose gold, blush pink. So that was the overall inspiration for my cake. The topper is a play on my personality and just a little bit of humor with the cake. I kind of envision that the cake is for a couple that's been together for a very long time and they're finally getting married. So it's like, okay then, let's do this. And the flavors would be pistachio on the bottom tier, chocolate on the top, which would be the bride and groom's favorite flavors. And that's just how my piece came together. It took me about a week to finish, not including the weekend because we weren't in here, but I started last week just laying the fondant over and finished at about 6 o'clock yesterday. And I'm just very happy with how it came out. The sketch and this, they mirror each other, to be honest, and I'm very, very proud.
So I'm Chef Cricky. I'm the pastry chef instructor for the culinary and hospitality department. Actually overwhelmed, and I'm actually proud because it's showing that the program actually has grown, because from over the years, like last year we had a number of 6 students, and this year we actually is doubled to 12. So definitely that's definitely growth, that that the program is actually growing. Behind of me is actually the display of all the students' work. This was actually a process the students had to go through in order to, have what they have here today. So actually each student had to do a tier cake. Some did 2 tiers, some did 3 tiers. It was actually like a 5-day process, from covering the cake to decorating it. The program, it has 2 components. It has the certificate in international baking and pastries, and it has the culinary part of it. As a chef instructor, I'm very proud of all the students. It's not something easy, and I just want to let somebody know who out there who has a dream for actually pursuing a degree in culinary. HLSCC is definitely the place to be. Okay.
My name is Lenisa Cesar. I currently attend the HLSCC college, and right here, as you can see, I'm displaying Body Glam. I partnered with them to basically rebrand their logo a bit. I just basically created the business card, the envelopes, the letterhead, the different forms of the logo, and I'm just displaying a bit of their products they currently have in stock.
My name is Sikai Smith, and I made an application for Tropics Cocktail Bar, an inventory management application. So basically, in here you could enter all your items into the inventory along with the quantities, minimum amount, maximum amount, and price. So basically what it does is, once your quantity is below your minimum amount, the program will calculate how much items along with the price you will need to buy to get back to your maximum amount. So here, because I have 1 water and the minimum amount is 4 and the maximum amount is 9, in here it shows that I need 8 waters, which will cost $52, and it does this for all the items, and it makes a list along with the total amount. So here you could easily make changes to the inventory. So if we just buy 2 cases of water, we could easily increase it and update it, and it can automatically update here too. So it tells us I only need 6 water cases for $39.
Today I am rebranding Groundworks. So here we have a graphics art project. I have a few of their products that I have on display. What I basically did was redesign the logo and did some advertising here on the shirts, on a cup. Just for example, just in case you want to put the logo on various different objects. I here have it on the envelope and the business cards. Right here I have my the whole process that I did, and the brand guidelines, and yeah, that's basically it.
Viewers, up next, we have more local news. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
Angie, how can I get my claims paid quick? Rent's due next week.
CG processes 99% of claims within 5 days. Remember when I was hang gliding with those goats? I caught a gust of wind and flew right into a moving car. Every appendage was in the cast, and they paid fast and fairly. That's what I get for trusting a man with a mustache and an eye patch. Now I gotta go. I'm meeting the guy who bedazzled my toes.
99% of claims are processed within 5 days. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Yo, everything good, Dad?
Aye. This thing got me one way, Daddy.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you know.
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, you know I watching ball. I even watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
There are many ways to enjoy life, like so many ways to count on Popular.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Vincent O. Wheatley, is working alongside senior officials and staff of the Department of Waste Management to take action on the issues impacting waste management within the British Virgin Islands. One key area of focus is the POCKWOOD Pond Incinerator dump site, where the minister recently visited the staff in the company of Manager of the Facility and Department of Waste Management, Mr. Neville Allen, Assistant Manager for the Department of Waste Management, Mr. Anselm Myers, and District 1 Representative Dr. the Honorable Carl Dawson. Now, as you all know, leading up to the elections, many residents were quite vocal on the situation, particularly 1st District residents. The facility is said to be in dire need of greater security measures to ensure that unauthorized persons do not have access to the dump site after hours. This, as it is believed that most of the fires started at the site are intentional. Active discussions surrounding the repair of the incinerator and the removal of the derelict vehicles and equipment from across the territory have also been noted as high priority. The health minister lamented the long-standing waste management issue that has endured successive administrations. And he also stressed that as a new government, there needs to be a message to the voice of the people on the issues related. He said, and I quote, "We want to be seen early on giving the incinerator and dump site their due attention. I want to come and get a fresh look at what the current reality is, and this here is not sustainable going forward." So, he continued, we must look at the possible solution and the possible direction that we want to take waste management into. Now, Honorable Wheatley also stressed that while waste management appears to be a global issue, there needs to be a deliberate action to safeguard the environment in the Virgin Islands, considering the territory's heavy reliance on the tourism industry. He said, and I quote, "It is important as the Minister of Health to ensure we can do what we can to get the waste management issue under control in a short time as we can. So from day one, I want to be on the ground working with my colleagues to support what we are trying to do here. Dr. The Honorable Carl Dawson, District 1 representative, also spoke on the importance of taking swift action to address the incinerator and waste management issue that is affecting the 1st District and the wider Virgin Islands. He said, and I quote, "The impact is great for us and we intend to do our part within the district. This includes leading the way in recycling efforts and certain efforts to ensure there is less waste management coming to any landfall that we create, because we realize the solution is not simply to build better incinerators, but to have less waste. It calls for a mind shift, and we want to lead that shift here in the British Virgin Islands." Viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us for our daily news updates at 284media.com, and of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. Do have a beautiful rest of the day. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.